resetting it now.
I would add that to your early checklist.
And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are at the Albuquerque Duke store. Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
10% off your purchase if you come in. Van will pay that for you. He already paid 10% of my purchase because I'm wearing a brand new Duke shirt.
And it is looking good, baby. That one's hot off the presses.
This one's fire.
Yeah, it's like a monochrome faded Duke's logo.
It's like my entire body.
It's cool.
My body.
It's Duke Shirt Tuesday over here.
Oh, you got a Duke shirt too?
I got one on too, man.
Dang, dude.
I got on the retro Albuquerque Dukes.
Sweet.
The one I faded myself. I aged it.
Thank you, New Mexico. I would like to start off by saying University of New Mexico. Thank you to all my coaches and the entire support staff whose guidance has been deeply instrumental. A special thank you goes to my teammates with whom I've shared countless unforgettable moments that will forever stay with me, and to the best fans at the pit and on the road whose support never stopped. A huge thank you to each of you as well.
Okay.
This past season has been truly transformative, filled with many great lessons. However, at this time, I've decided to also enter the transfer portal as I move forward with the next steps in my career. Thank you again to all those who have supported me so far. I hope you will continue to support me as I move along this journey. Forever grateful, New Mexico. That is from one JT Toppin.
Oh, it's JT Toppin. I thought you're putting in your resignation live on air.
That's from one JT Toppin today on the gram. That's what he said on the gram today.
Okay. That's bad news for the program. It's not ideal.
For us?
It's that no, not this radio program.
For Two Men On?
No, not Two Men On.
That's bad for the brand that is Van, Fred, and recent newcomer Isaiah Johnson.
Not this program, the program.
Oh, yeah, the 1990 hit college football film, The Program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. That's the one. That's direct correlation to a thing that happened 30 years ago. It's a big hit for Lobo basketball.
And James Caan,
who
was the coach in The Program.
Yeah.
Omar Epps, who you know from The Wire, but
he was not in The Wire.
Ah, dang it. Just playing the odds.
Every actor of color is not in The Wire, Fred. I can't stress that enough.
What season was Halle Berry in?
Not.
She was in The Program.
Halle Berry.
Oh, my 90s Halle Berry?
My goodness.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was the sunbathing one? Operation Swordfish?
Swordfish.
Yeah, that one stuck out to a young, impressionable Van Nunley.
What was the one with Billy Bob Thornton?
Oh, yeah.
That
Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball.
Mm-hmm.
The sequel to...
Say, was that one in the slideshow?
To Monsters, Inc.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you messed up.
Well, okay.
You have messed
do
up.
a little revisionist history.
Isaiah Johnson.
Go do some research.
So JT Toppin Van doesn't care about the program Two Men On anymore. He gone.
Well, he is JT topping the list of people I don't care about anymore.
Hold up.
Hey-o.
You and I are the exact opposite.
Okay, let's go.
I care more about JT Toppin now than I ever have.
Go on.
Stud basketball player.
He's very good at basketball. I watched him last year do very well.
Showed up to a team that was STRU Uglin.
Okay.
And took that team to a Mountain West championship.
It's a big deal.
And then took that team
tournament
to
championship,
an NCAA appearance.
Yeah, it's just nice to be nominated.
And
it's an honor to be nominated.
And then took his talents presumably to the University of Texas at Austin. Like what else? Where else would he be going?
Is it not announced yet.
No.
He's just entering the portal.
Yes.
So,
But he's from the Dallas area.
so you're saying there's a chance
That
we could bring him back?
nope, that's not how the portal works.
Okay, our friends at Intel, our friends at Netflix,
Yeah.
our friends at Facebook.
Hack his phone.
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, come at your boy with the briefcase.
Yeah.
We'll get the rest done.
Yeah,
all right.
let's get him one bag of money.
We'll get the rest done. We'll bring him right on back.
Yeah, let's hand him one bagaloon of money.
Or now hear me out. You don't want to be here? Good riddance. Good riddance.
Steve Palmisano joining us on the program. He's the owner-operator of the Dukes. I don't know if his headset is calibrated. We're going to do that on the fly. Steve, welcome. How are you? It's not calibrated.
It's not on.
Okay, we're going to have to figure that
But
one
he's
out.
here.
Yep. We'll just take a second of adjustment. Nope, Steve, you keep
And
talking. No one can hear you.
And we love him significantly more than JT Top.
Yep, just doing your ABCs over there. Is that what you're doing? Stop saying testing.
How about now, Steve?
I hear myself.
Hey.
There we go. Welcome to
Thank
the
you.
program.
Wow. I think felt like I was stuck in the portal.
The transfer portal, one would assume.
Let's transfer you onto the program.
Where were you when you heard that JT Toppin no longer loved green chili?
Good question.
Well, I don't know that I heard that.
I mean, why else would he leave?
What, I mean, he's not going to Highlands.
Everyone loves.
You mean that's why he's leaving, because he doesn't like green chili?
Yeah, everyone
was
loves
between-
balloons.
I was coming
So
back
cross
from-
that one off. It must be green chili.
Everyone does love balloons.
I was coming back from Los Lunas this morning.
So were they talking about it this morning?
Yeah.
That was part of the narrative on local sports talk radio?
Yeah.
What was the reaction of local sports talk?
Well, they didn't have a lot. It was pretty new. You know, people were like, well, he wasn't that good anyway.
Ooh.
Oh, who said that? A liar said that?
Somebody said
That's
that.
something a liar would say.
That was the one quote I remember.
Some might argue he was the best one.
Of the current ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best one.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that he's gone because he's needed.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing with the portal. Better for him.
Yeah. Good for him. I mean, go chase that bag, my dude.
He could always
Also,
come back, right?
Speaking
That's
of,
that's not going to happen.
I believe it. I think we could bring everyone back and extra dudes.
Another guy came back.
Look, seriously, Intel, Facebook,
Seriously? So serious.
just hand the briefcase right over to me. I will take it to our new recruits and I will pay them off.
So it's all about the money.
Yes.
It's always all
Yes.
about the money. Are you familiar with the saying? It's all about the money.
But again,
Show me the money.
the NIL stuff, you could just pay athletes now. It's fine.
You can just give them money.
But again, it's more fun if you guys hand me the briefcase first and I do it in a shady back alley.
Hey, guy.
Yeah.
Hey, you trying to be a Lobo?
Yeah.
So does that mean people should still give money to the NIL here?
I mean,
For someone else, for
it's
sure.
going to go to someone else.
Not for him now.
I don't know how you're going to do better than JT Toppin by name. He was at the top.
In.
Top of what?
Now the transfer portal.
Mhm.
You can regularly change it.
Previously the depth chart.
Yes.
And now the transfer portal.
Previously, opportunity to be the best Lobo in the history of basketball. Bar's not set that high, and he decided to jump out of that opportunity.
Well, yeah, he was only a freshman. So
For the life of me,
Nice.
I cannot remember.
Hey, remember how
was he getting the most money here?
Was he?
Yeah, do you know?
So I do have an idea. I don't know how
Uh-huh.
public any of this stuff is, but it was my understanding he was the most money.
Hmm.
So even the most money is not enough money
in New Mexico. Here.
Mhm.
to be in New Mexico
Right.
because
No, well,
no one
just
pays
in
me to be here.
general.
I choose to be here. This
You
is my
don't, you don't
place.
get paid? You're not getting NIL money?
If you would give the money to Van
I already did.
first,
and I will make a shady back alley deal. Hey, remember when weed was legalized and it took all the fun out of buying drugs? Same attitude with NIL.
Hey,
We're-
buying drugs
Hey.
sucks now. It's boring.
yeah, make NIL fun again.
Yeah. Buying drugs now is like a weird hippie co-op grocery. It's just not cool.
Not cool
It's
anymore.
not fun. You go in there. No, I don't want to donate to your grower's farm. I want to just buy weed.
Yeah.
Now, also, heads up, does JT Toppin like weed? Because if he does, then you can't go to Texas. So don't go to UT. No weed.
Well, no, you can go to Texas where buying drugs is fun again.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He was like, you know who's got better protest? Austin.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
Yeah, they're protesting and
Yeah.
get shut down.
Now the protest here went good. There was lots of spray paint. I saw the pictures.
Oh, really?
He can go to the border and have his buddies from here meet him at the border.
Oh,
The Texas border.
Correct.
You're talking about starting a border war.
No.
He's talking
drop-
about
just a
he's,
drop-off
he's
point.
talking about the drug resale market, Fred. Come on. Get with the program.
Is this like whenever Van takes a 6-hour Uber tour around Juarez when he's in El Paso, and then he comes back with an entire pharmacy?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Van seems less anxious after his little
Yeah.
Uber journey.
Some people call it over the counter. I call it over the border.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, Steve.
Taco Bell.
What? No, what?
Make a run for the border.
What year is that from? You were expecting me to
I
get
don't
that?
know. I'm about to throw out Lobo Gate on you.
What is Lobo Gate? Hold on, what is that? What's Lobo Gate?
Something we're making up right now on
All
the
right, give it to
spot.
me. What is it?
Back when, Norm Ellenberger was the coach.
All right, we got to go
Players
way
were
back
getting-
now. All right, here we go.
Players were getting paid.
Yep.
Feels like they should all get their, like Reggie Bush got his, Heisman back.
Yeah.
We should just,
So
make
you're
sure
saying
that we say sorry to those guys.
Do you want to say this? Do you want to say make
Yeah.
All right, so Steve Palmisano is officially saying make drugs and NIL illegal again because they were much more fun
That's
before.
way more fun.
Oh, probably, yeah. I'm down with that.
Does this one hurt the most because it's the first one that's broken up with you, Steve?
I
Like your high school
and I
girlfriend?
never really,
You never clicked, never
not
connected.
too much. He won some games for us.
That was sweet. I remember those moments. Not a lot of regular season games, but like a bunch in the row in the tournament.
Right.
Not the important tournament, the Mountain West tournament.
Oh, not that tournament?
Yeah,
Not the big dance?
not that one.
Did they? They played in the big dance.
They were in the mix.
Yeah.
They had a game.
The Mountain West put more teams in the mix
Clemson was good.
than any other one, and then they got the more losses than any other one.
So you think somebody else is going to pop up today in the portal?
From the Lobos?
Yeah.
So I heard a little birdie told me that the new kid from Colorado State is on his way out. The one that signed on Thursday.
He's already gone.
Was that official?
Oh, I don't know. I thought that I saw something on the X
Oh.
that said he signed with Wisconsin.
So a little birdie told me he was going to Wisconsin, but I was waiting for Van Tate to tell me on the nightly news because this is not the type of show where I break news. I'm more of let's hear what Fred has to say tomorrow
Sure.
after he bellied up to the bar all night and stole jokes from funny guys.
Believe the good Van, not this Van.
Oh my God! The order of
Don't
Vans.
get any breaking news from this
Number
one.
1, Van Tate. Number
Uh-huh.
2, Astro Van. Number 3, Vans the shoes. Number 4, Van Nunley.
That's generous. That's generous.
Van Ginkel plays for the Vikings. Van
seems-
Wilder, that
he's
movie
Nick
with Ryan
Van
Williams.
Exel.
Mm.
Oh, good one.
They probably could use him.
Hey, that dude had a weird looking head. Has anyone really explored any of that?
Yeah.
His head was out there, dude.
Where did Nick Van Exel and Sam Cassell really come from?
That's a good question. When they were creating characters, why did they pick that head?
Thank you, Zamis from Enemy Mine. That's a deep cut right there, boys. Hey, you Google that one, Zay.
Zay, look up Zamis from Enemy Mine. It's a Dennis Quaid film.
Mhm.
It's incredibly terrible.
Is Dennis or Randy? It was Dennis.
It's Dennis.
It was Dennis
Yeah.
Quaid.
Randy Quaid only made one movie, but it was good.
Mhm.
As far as weird brothers go, Dennis Quaid sucks.
Oh man, he took a hard turn during COVID. That poor human.
Wait, you're talking about Randy.
I'm often talking about.
Randy had it right the whole time.
Is Dennis okay? What did Dennis do?
He's in the portal.
He's relevant again thanks to Michael Penix Jr. because they're just reenacting any given Sunday in real time right now.
Uh-oh.
I would buy whatever those dudes are selling. Let's step away so we can come back. I have more JT Toppin jokes. Also, LeBron has played his last game ever as a Laker, so we'll talk about that at length. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly? I saw it. I saw it last night. They were terrible.
I got some ideas.
Nick Van Exel.
I got my prize
Always
pick.
my answer.
Our prize picker in for today. Okay, so we're going to go over that as well. That's very important that we do well at that. And then lots of NFL talk. I thought about doing a feel-good NFL day because I felt previously like I was not being super kind to the NFL for weeks.
Okay.
But I found a bunch of stories with NFL players helping their communities.
You got to start off strong if you're a rookie. Also, it's probably hazing. They make you do something nice before you do something awful next season.
I saw a picture of what's the name of the kid, the wide receiver who just got signed by the Chiefs, that drafted by the Chiefs? He's super fast. What's his name?
Xavier.
Xavier. Yeah, but what's his first name?
Xavier Worthy.
Worthy. Yeah, that's his name. Thank you. So he signs, and they take him into the Chiefs locker room, and he goes, "This locker room freaking
It
sucks."
sucks compared to the University of Texas.
And then I saw the University of Texas. Did you see University of Texas locker room?
Oh, yeah, it's the nicest on
Theirs
the
is
planet.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
it's made out of like stainless medical grade steel, and it has like a seat that you sent on Steve that shoots air up your bum to like dry out your bum when you sit there. I'm not joking. I'm
Yeah.
being very serious. And instead of nameplates, it has TVs that have your name on it and stuff. But then also the best part,
Is that after a shower or something, or after
all
a
the
game?
time. It's
Mhm.
and I don't know if it just blows. It could suck and blow. I don't know. And then there's a sign that says it's like the core values of Texas, and it's like no weapons, don't be mean to women, no cussing. And you're like, why are these things all like? This is the stupidest list. Like these are things you should always do. Like why are you reminding people to not assault other people? University of Texas, you
So they
idiots.
have bidets in the lockers.
Yeah, but air bidets.
In the lockers,
Yeah,
It's a
Air
little
bidets.
different. Oh, it is.
each player has their own bidet.
it's not a bidet, guys. It's like a fan. It's like a laptop fan under your underside
What's the point of that?
to dry you out, so it doesn't smell like
Mhm.
rear end.
Swamp.
Yeah.
Swamp.
Thank you, swamp.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Swamp.
you, Isaiah.
Swamp taint
So
is
they-
a problem in the
Yeah.
football world.
STP.
Yeah.
Swamp taint problem.
So
Mhm.
they probably should suck that air out instead of like blow it all over the place.
It's both, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. All right.
it's simultaneous.
Yeah. Also,
I'm about to.
Fans pointing in different
you
directions.
know, when you sit down, you put your left cheek down, you put your right cheek out, you put your left cheek down.
Did you
and
say
you
you
shake
were
it
going to
all.
a break?
Before I started
Are you talking about the whole key pokey?
Yeah, the hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I got it.
The only time
Somebody came in the store. I better get off the air.
the only time I've been jealous of not being a college football player is when I saw how sweet a locker room was. I could just build that though. Also,
Also, the United States of America embrace bidets. If
Yeah.
the University of
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
is going to use them, I mean, that's the last straw.
it's not
Like,
a
that's-
real bidet; it's an air day. And if Stanley Kubrick was going to make a new sci-fi movie, he could shoot it in the locker room of the Texas Longhorns, and it would look like Demolition Man.
Is that why whenever they do the interviews in the locker room, their hair is like just kind of flowing back, like in the music videos?
That's all in your head, Steve.
Yeah.
That's only you.
There's lots of cornrows in there. It's not going to flow.
It didn't happen to anyone else.
What are you doing? There's no flow.
God, I don't know.
LeBron quits whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. back on the show. Welcome back to 2 Men On right here on 95.9 the Sports Animal. So the Lakers suck. They really, really suck. And this sucks for the NBA because it's not worth watching the playoffs anymore.
The Lakers had the misfortune. I'm going to say a couple nice things real quick.
Okay.
They played very well. They had the misfortune of going up against the best team in the NBA. I feel like the Lakers would have beat every other team in the NBA that's not the Nuggets or Celtics, and they'd be moving on to eventually lose to the Nuggets or Celtics. With that being said, adios, LeBron. He gone.
Oh, he's opting out.
He's
gone.
He gone.
The Lakers are ruined forever.
Mhm.
They'll never make the playoffs again.
Mhm.
They'll never have a superstar.
Mhm.
They saw how poorly he was treated.
Mhm.
It is 100% over and a blowout 2-point loss.
Yeah, a series of amazing basketball competitions that were highly and hotly contested the whole time. Absolute disgrace.
He did everything in his power.
Mhm.
He put the team on his back, Steve.
Mhm.
He tried to carry them towards what would be a record-breaking 12th NBA championship for LeBron. And all these slouches around him,
that didn't happen.
not only could they not hang, they drug him down.
Mhm.
They weren't the weight he was carrying. They were the dead weight he couldn't shed. It was like when
He's 11-0 in NBA Finals, right?
that is correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
What's that called? He was trying to molt them off.
Yeah.
We're watching a lot of Ants Canada.
It doesn't matter how many LeBron wins. He'll never be as good as Jordan, because LeBron never won a national title in college. So you're lost, pal.
He's got eligibility, stupid.
Hey,
He can get some NIL
after
money
he
for sure.
plays after he plays a year with Bronny, plays a year with Bryce, he's going to go back to college and lead Ohio Wesleyan to their first national championship.
What's
Is that what you're saying?
What's the problem?
Did he win the state high school championship?
To 4 years in a row.
He did.
5 years actually. He's an
Yeah.
8th grader too.
Uh-huh.
He did.
Yeah, probably.
He was on a
Yeah,
team that
probably.
won
Yeah. He had to move high schools though, and play with the second and third best player.
each time, right?
Yeah.
He went to 4 different high schools.
He went to. I know for a fact he went to that green one where they wore a green jersey.
Yes, they cosplayed Notre Dame every
Yeah,
year.
St. Mary, St. Vincent. Let's go. And he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated all the time. And then his teammates were like, "Yeah, it was wild. They just kept like photoshopping us out all these pictures."
Mhm.
Like Sports Illustrated is so crappy they can't just like throw a bone to a couple other like high school kids. Like, yeah, just get on the cover here, yo. Like,
LeBron only.
Well, how do you know by the end of the year he was the only one on the court?
probably was. Now that you're saying that, because they had to make it fair.
Mm-hmm.
He got beat by the best player in the world and the best supporting cast of all time by 2 points. He's the greatest athlete ever to live.
I don't hate it.
Say
Was
otherwise.
that out loud?
Say otherwise.
Me?
Him opting out of his contract will affect like real estate value in Los Angeles. Like it's that big of a game changer
For
the world.
Look, LeBron James.
What was ESPN supposed to do for the next 6 weeks? What were they supposed to talk about?
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It was either the Lakers in the playoffs
Why do we
or
care?
LeBron quitting. Those
we-
are the only two stories in the NBA.
We don't care what's
He's
going
not
on the
going.
court. Where is LeBron going?
Yeah, what is LeBron doing?
Hold on. Let me check my air tag I hid in his bag.
I don't know if you said that out loud on purpose, but I recently learned that's illegal for reasons.
Huh. She finally found it, huh?
Who's she?
Huh?
They, 2024.
Ah, my bad.
Why doesn't he just get franchise tagged?
Good question. Good question.
he might get picked up by the some football team.
What does that
He
mean?
always wanted to play football. He said he could play football. at
No,
one
he
point,
did
didn't
not.
he?
He claimed for 5 minutes that he'd be the best at it, so he'd
Right.
get paid more.
Mhm. Smart move.
Yeah, and you know what? You know who helped him? His agent, ESPN, who ran that story
Yeah.
for too long. and they put stupid Jason Whitlock up there talking about it, going, the sports world he can do whatever he wants, which is my take.
He would immediately be, not now, then when he was talking about it, he would have been immediately like the third best tight end in football with no experience whatsoever. Firmly believe that.
I will give you a why LeBron will sign with every team, okay?
Okay.
He'll sign with the Boston Celtics if they draft Bronny. He'll sign with the Brooklyn Nets if they draft Bronny.
Uh-huh.
He'll sign with the Charlotte Hornets if they draft Bronny.
Uh-huh.
He'll sign with the Chicago Bulls if they draft Bronny.
Uh-huh.
He'll sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. This one will be interesting.
Uh-huh.
Only if they draft Bronny.
Duh.
He'll sign with the Dallas Mavericks if they draft Bronny.
Okay.
Definitely he'll be a Denver Nugget, but it's contingent upon if they draft Bronny. Detroit Pistons, Golden State Warriors, Houston Rockets. If any of those three get a chance to draft Bronny, LeBron will sign there. Now, of course, the Indiana Pacers, he will sign there if they draft Bronny.
Caitlin Clark. Oh, sorry.
Now, I
Good
know
guess.
it's 2024.
That was a great guess.
He will sign with the LA Clippers, which is interesting because he wouldn't have to change his home address. And I believe he has a guest house where his son could stay if the Clippers draft Bronny. Are you guys following where I'm going with this? Now, if the Lakers figure out a way to move in the draft to be able to draft Bronny,
Because they don't have any picks for years.
then LeBron will sign with the Lakers, which is a good get for the Lakers because they just lost a really good small forward.
Mhm.
Now, if the Grizzlies draft Bronny, that's not the neighborhood I heard LeBron wants to live in, but he could live on like the east side, and that would be fine as long as the Grizzlies draft Bronny. Do you see where I'm going with this, Steve?
I mean, he's got his own plane. You could just fly in and out. You don't have to live there. You can live anywhere you want.
Good point.
Yeah.
He would prefer to live in Miami, historically speaking.
Right.
The one caveat, though, is if they draft Bronny.
And that's like, it's not speculation. That is exactly what is going to happen.
Yeah,
Whoever drafts Bronny
like the Milwaukee Bucks.
gets one perfectly good LeBron James next year.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
How great would he look?
Or my favorites.
Yeah.
The Golden State Warriors.
I already said them. They had to do one thing.
Draft Bronny.
That's the thing.
And also trade for Kevin Durant back. And so Steph,
What year is this?
LeBron, and KD have their legit actual last dance with LeBron James Jr. in San Francisco, California.
Impromptu commercial
Okay.
break because David Weesey Carl joins us on the broadcast whenever he's walking up the building.
Nice.
Whenever we get back, or New Mexico United talk. Also, to all the friends of the show, if you want to talk about your sports team on the program, bring us cookies to the Albuquerque Duke store
Smart
because
move.
we're gonna chow down on cookies during the commercial break. DWC, the VP of New Mexico United. Whenever we get back, it's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Mike's hot.
Bye bye, bye bye. Everybody say bye 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 to the
Back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On.
Everybody say hi hi.
David Weesey Carl joining us on the program. Where right before the commercial break, the New Mexico United made a donation to the show of 3 cookies.
Not just any cookies.
Okay.
These are DoubleTree cookies, the world famous DoubleTree cookies.
Ooh.
We are fortunate enough to have the DoubleTree folks stop by, and they give us a whole bag of them, and they are delicious.
Oh, nuts.
Why do you let him on the show, man?
I regret it often.
Yeah.
Often.
It's been like that all day.
They were, the cookies were, had some walnuts.
Yep. Got it.
That's why.
Last time you came by, you just brought us tree cookies, and you've really outdone yourself this time.
I doubled up.
Double tree cookies.
Awesome.
You made a nice reference off air. Can't tell you what hotel I'm staying at, but it involves 2 trees.
There are 2 trees involved.
Is that a Billy Madison reference?
That very close. It's the legend Mitch Hedberg.
Rest in peace, just like Alan Jackson.
Mm-hmm. We went through a lot this last commercial break. So it's a lot of behind the scenes mumbo jumbo going on right now.
Just non sequiturs. It makes for great radio.
Coming back from the break, Steve Palmisano from the Albuquerque Duke store where we're broadcasting from today. He brought me my grandma's cup.
Yep.
Full. This is the cup,
Which is the best.
Yes, this cup it's like a Tupperware, but it's not. And then it's also a vase when someone brings you flowers.
There's 8 gallons of water in that cup. Yeah.
It's the most water any human being has ever delivered to me. And I go, oh my gosh, I really love to taste this water. And then Van, you say,
okay.
The science fact.
Yeah, the science fact of the day on 2 Men On. The thirstier you are, the better water tastes.
And I just had a cookie.
Yeah, it's a genetically deeply ingrained survival instinct.
Which is really smart.
Yeah.
Because you should want water when you need water.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me.
So the more dehydrated you are, the more your taste buds open up and it makes water taste better.
But I don't even know what the baseline taste of water is, let alone to be able to say what makes it taste greater or worse. I do know that warm water tastes round.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Cold water tastes
sharp.
It's
pointy.
These are things I know.
Yeah, cold water is very pointy.
And I think that, with the exception of dirty, nasty water, most water does not have there's not a space for a bad taste of water, but I think there is space for a very good taste, like above average taste of water.
Steve, you have a go-to brand of water?
No.
So that brought me to my hot take.
No loyalty. Yeah.
So I was saying while we were on break, we had a lot, talked about a lot.
Yeah, it was a busy break.
But I followed this guy on TikTok. He calls himself the water sommelier.
Oh, okay. He's from Africa.
Yeah. Yep. And he goes through all these big name brands of water and he ranks them based on how good they are for you and purity and source and all that kind of stuff. And the one he is always sworn by is Liquid Death. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I'll try it. And then I saw it was $5 a can.
Sponsored by, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not trying that. And then
he's a plant.
For months, I didn't try it. I refused to try it. And then somebody got me one for free. It's real good. It's a problem now. I'm buying $5 cans of water.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where does Detroit Tigers legend Al Kaline? How does his water rank?
Yeah, good question.
That's well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's actually terrible.
Where's the Al Kaline water?
He's really missed a branding opportunity there.
Yeah.
I have one Liquid Death story.
Is he still with us?
I'm at a concert and this guy buys
you're at the Duke store.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this guy buys a $10 can of Liquid Death water, whatever, and he pops it, and he starts chug it.
Why would you chug a $5 can of water?
And then he goes afterwards, and I'm next to him. He goes, fresh. And I go, no,
he's a plant.
No,
that man's a plant.
It's not fresh. It's
not
in a can.
means.
I just drank this right out of a spring.
Me and an ex-girlfriend had the most viewed YouTube video on our Facebook video on our show page for a long time, because she could claim she could taste the difference in brands of water.
I absolutely cannot.
No, it could not be done. She did
water.
Yeah, she did poorly, but that's not the point. It was people had a rooting interest in brand name of water.
People are competitive. Anything that has any level of competition to it, people will find a side to choose. Period.
Isaiah, what's your go-to water?
Fiji.
He said that with
he knew it.
He knew that.
Jesus.
Yeah, mine's Tap. Have you guys ever had Tap?
Oh, that's a good brand.
Yeah.
Why Fiji, Zay?
Well, to be honest, it's because the job I work at on top of this one, the security job, they allow me to have free Fiji water.
Oh.
See, free water's the
It's
best
just
water.
great.
That's
Yeah.
the same reason you like tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's a great point. And also, it doesn't have that nasty aftertaste to it. So
That water is traditionally known for.
Yeah, you know, water.
Steve, there are two things in your life you've never paid for. One of them is water. What's the other one?
Water.
Okay, both for water.
Ice.
We go to Sprouts up here and get the big jugs filled up.
Ha.
So I don't know what
Nice.
the brand is there. And then here at the store, we go to the co-op. And the co-op has like ionized
Mm.
option.
Co-op's the best.
That's a little bit more, huh?
Co-op's the best.
Yeah.
I love the co-op.
That co-op right there?
Yes.
I don't know
I
what
love the
H2, no.
It's got it's just hints of patchouli in their water.
I love
Yeah.
the co-op. I'm there for lunch often. That's my spot.
Yeah, it's like $2.50 a gallon there.
I don't know if that's
It's not.
good or bad. Is that I bought a Brita like 10 years ago.
Never change
Never
the
change the
filter.
filter.
And-
It's actually way dirtier.
No, I ordered like a 20 pack of filters off of Amazon a decade ago.
Threw 'em in
Just rotate them out every 3 months. I have no idea what
This is
water
my
costs.
January filter
Yeah.
for the last 7 years.
You're similar to me in having lived a lot of places.
Mhm.
So I feel I can tell the difference between like coastal water,
Yes.
river water, mountain water.
Mhm.
I think I can do that.
Mhm.
I think I can do that, but I would be willing to bet that that's just my ego talking. And if you put it in front of me, I would not be able to tell the difference.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I could do it. I want to say I could, but I don't think I could.
I think I know the runoff of Mount Rainier. I think I know it.
Yeah. We should. This should be a segment. You should do this. You said it was your most watched video.
I can tell if
Time to
it's tap
react.
water, though. Tap water is
That's the one.
not usually
I
good.
love tap water.
Oh,
But there's a huge variance in tap water. So my grandma used to live in Tampa, Florida. The tap water there smells bad.
Ooh.
It's like
Oh, no.
sulfury.
Okay.
You
the
know,
old
like
people.
the hard water, soft water, all that stuff. So there's a big distinction there. But I think if you just had a typical run-of-the-mill tap water, I probably
If
wouldn't
you
be able
live
to
in
tell
a
the
city that's not next to a river, you are drinking recycled water. Let's be very clear on that.
Sure.
Like here, we
It's a good
draw
thing we
from
got
the
the Rio
river.
Grande.
Yeah, but like if you're in the like middle of Nowheresville,
Mhm.
that is formerly pee poop water.
Really, if you could make the argument that all water is former pee poop water due to the.
Oh, from dinosaurs.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that,
Fish.
but yeah. I
Yeah.
was more thinking, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, water cycle kind of thing.
Van talks about all the time. Depending on what ocean you're in, is your level of comfort with whale pee.
Mm-hmm.
So Pacific Ocean, big whale pee ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Atlantic significantly less.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm a big Atlantic guy.
New Mexico United talk whenever we get back.
I don't know. Let's keep going with the water.
2
talk.
men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hey. Hustle all the time, yeah. I ain't hard to find. No, I'm always on the ground with some money on my mind. But
Welcome back to the program. Take a screenshot if you're watching on Facebook.com/TalkABQ. David Weiss-Pro of the New Mexico United is sporting Dukes here.
Sweet.
We
great
all
shirt.
are.
It's a great shirt.
I'm not.
Well,
Steve, do you have any?
you
do you have
are
any
Dukes gear.
I don't think I have any.
Yeah.
You have a tattoo? I see a lot of people around town with them.
I've seen a lot
I
of
just
Dukes
got one
tattoos.
under my lip right there. It says Dukes on the top and then City, Duke City.
Ooh, you
Nice.
could do 5 fingers DUKES.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's sweet.
So speaking of the online Facebook
Yeah.
stream,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Zay did to that lighting.
It
but that
sucks,
is
right?
Sweet. That is sick. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And see, I'm
looks
glad
like-
you agree. We had this discussion
Dude, I
yesterday.
noticed it right away.
That's his Twilight vibes. That's his golden hour vibes.
I don't know Zay, but I like Zay.
Yeah.
You should.
He's got an energy.
I like
Yeah.
Zay. I don't
The-
know
Thank
where he
you.
found
Thank
him.
you, guys.
The United are on the road this weekend at Las Vegas, and they're trying to stop losing.
Why do I come on this show?
Jeez.
I come on the show to talk water.
Yeah.
We've lost one game, my guy. One game. We are in third place in the Western Conference.
You're so good.
You are so bad at radio. Yeah, we're doing all right. We lost one game. It was a tough game. Don't get me wrong, but looking forward to going to Las Vegas and playing against Joey Bats' team.
I hate Joey Bats.
Well, all the more reason to beat them. I feel like most people around baseball hate Joey Bats.
What do you hate most about Joey Bats?
Which Joey Bats? I know a couple.
Jose Batista,
owns
Joey
Las
Bats.
Vegas Lights.
Oh, good. Whew.
He took over. What other Joey Bats are we talking about here?
Oh man, I used to owe him some money a long time ago.
All right.
Sitting in third place in the Western Division, and Loki, you have the best coach, you have the best team,
Correct.
you have the best start that you've ever had in the history of this thing.
Correct.
And this is the first championship year for the United, so that's awesome. Let's
Would
go.
love that. Yeah, that'd be great. We'd love the parade down Central. Would be incredible. We got a long way to go.
We'd have to stop Bart that day.
Yeah. We're gonna get on the trolley. The trolley can use the bus lane, so just get on the trolley. That'd be good.
Hop on the trolley. That's what people have been saying for a century.
Absolutely.
To just say hop on the trolley.
That would be a good reason to just take out that median
Yeah,
Through-
yeah. I think
all the way down.
the
Central.
medians actually and the art lane have always been very popular among everybody. There's been no discussion about them at all. Everybody who talks about them really likes them.
Those little islands in the middle I see
Oh.
people dancing on.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
into
we
them.
should take them out.
I'm like super into them though.
It's fantastic people watching
That
while
is
you're
true.
driving.
Yeah.
That is true.
Instead of having to breakneck and look at these people on the bus stop,
Mhm.
you got to just keep your focus straight forward
Mhm.
and see all the
Well,
ongoings right there.
And that same laser focus is what the United have this weekend. while they're in Las Vegas.
That's what we call a segue in the business, boys.
Mhm.
Well done. Yeah, no, at Las Vegas this Saturday, kickoff at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Again, Las Vegas. Las Vegas in years past has been not very good. They've been very gimmicky. I think we've talked about
Yeah.
that in the past.
They've been my favorite.
Yeah, the cash drop, the kiddie pools
Yep,
near the sideline.
love all that
They
stuff.
don't do that anymore.
What?
Because Jose Batista bought the team and he's turned them into
Oh.
a real team.
Hey, he's got personality on the baseball field. All of a sudden, you get into the world of soccer, it's too serious.
This is it's the first time Las Vegas has ever been good. They've been in the league for
That's awesome.
9-10 years. They've never made the playoffs ever. So they're hoping to do that for the first time this year. We hope to make that a little more difficult for them on Saturday.
I want and let me make sure I got the stat right. You're like number 1 in the league in goals allowed, is that right? Or you're like near
Shut up.
what? Just
The goals allowed?
yeah, is that right?
Our defense is very good.
That's what I'm saying. No, I mean like not allowing.
Got it.
This is bad soccer verbiage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It
But
is.
you're like at the top, right? Like no one
we're-
scores on you.
We're one of the better defensive teams in the league. Yeah.
So how does this team think they're going to score on you? They don't have any talent.
They do have talent. They're good this
Okay.
year. They brought in a lot of talent in the
Oh.
offseason. They're a good team. It'll be a tough matchup,
You're a mark. You're falling for this whole thing. You're going to stomp them.
I sure hope so. We're I think that we are better than they are.
When's the last time you put a stomping on a team?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
It was in 4 days from now. How about that?
What's up with that Open Cup next week?
Yeah, New Mexico United hosting an MLS team for the first time in our history.
Get 'em.
Really, really exciting. And you guys remember in 2019 Open Cup, we played against 3 MLS teams, but they were all on the road.
Yep.
We beat Colorado Rapids
Take that.
in Denver.
Boom.
We beat FC Dallas in
Boom.
Texas. And then we went all the way to the quarterfinal of the Open Cup, lost to Minnesota United there. But this
Stupid name. That's a stupid name for a team. Minnesota United.
This is the first time that we have ever hosted an MLS team at the Lab. It's going to be, it's not that far away. It's just coming up on
Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday. So we are literally 8 days away from one of the biggest matches in our history, and we're going to win. The cool thing about it is it's not just a friendly. This is a match that they want to win. This is the most prestigious soccer tournament in America. It's the oldest soccer tournament in America. It's been around for over 100 years. They want to win. We want to win, and we're going to win.
Who is it?
Real Salt Lake.
Oh, Real.
Real Salt Lake.
That makes way more sense.
You thought it was real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's spelled real.
Because like it's the only Salt Lake I know of. Of course, it's the real one.
The real one.
Yeah, for sure.
Fake Salt Lake's a completely different team.
Sure.
How often do people talk about the first year run in the tournament?
Constantly. It's nice to get a real question.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you, Steve.
Quality question.
That's a good question. All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. We had at the beginning of the year, we had a conversation, players, front office, everybody is, 2019 was incredible. It was, really got us off to this amazing start and really kind of galvanized the community and got people behind the team and really pushed us in the right direction. But we had a conversation at the beginning of the year where we said, we're not going to talk about 2019 much anymore. It's not about that. It's about this year. And we feel like, hey, maybe we've leaned on 2019 a little too much. It's time to make new memories. It's time to make new traditions. It's time to really do something new and exciting this year. And we're off to a great start. There's a long way to go, but I hope sometime in the near future, the year that everybody's talking about is 2024.
Yeah.
It's incredibly realistic, the Open Cup. That's an incredibly realistic goal for New Mexico United.
Mhm.
And if they win it, it will be the single greatest sports accomplishment in the history of New Mexico. Hands down. Take that. 2015 Holly Holm beating up Ronda Rousey.
Man, it's tough for me to say anything's better than that moment in New Mexico sports history. Talk about a moment in New Mexico sports pride. There's a reason that Holly comes to every New Mexico event. She's a hero. She's a hero in the state, right? We have her out to matches. She was at the Savannah Bananas when I was there the other day. She goes to Topes. She goes to all these incredible things. She goes to Lobo games. And when people see her, the reason that teams bring her in is because she inspires people.
Yeah.
Because people remember that moment and other incredible moments throughout her career. And they think, oh yeah, that's what it means to be a New Mexican. And that makes, we all can build on that sense of pride. And that's really what makes Holly awesome, is that she's so giving of that incredible mentality, and we all get to share in it a little bit.
But that run in that first year was very similar, though. It's a lot of similar feelings. I went to Colorado at that game up there. That was unbelievable.
I cried.
Yeah.
I cried at that match. I mean,
I think Ron Patel and I gave each other a hug. We didn't even know each other.
Yeah. It's the start of a beautiful romance.
It was
You guys
fun.
United.
We united.
Yeah,
at the
awesome.
United.
It really did. I mean, it was galvanizing, right?
Yeah.
It was exciting. It was, again, New Mexico. I don't need to tell anybody listening this, but we all know this. But we are told as New Mexicans that we're not good enough all the time, and it's so annoying. And we have a chip on our shoulder, and we can collectively decide. We're going to be good at this. We're going to be good at soccer. We're going to be good at being proud of where we're from. We're going to be good at leaning into being New Mexican. And I think more and more over the last few years, and I'm proud to say, I think United is a small piece of that, but I think it's so much more than United. We're all proud to be from here. We're proud to claim this place. We're proud to kick ass in the name of this place. New Mexico is a wonderful place, and nobody should ever apologize for.
I love everything about that. I heard you have a big party going on at the Pro Shop in like 2 weeks.
Super secret. We haven't told anybody about it yet.
Let me know when it happens.
Meow Wolf Night's coming up real soon.
What?
I think our fans know what typically comes a day or two before Meow Wolf Night. Okay. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to the social media channels for something new and exciting and artistic.
I heard you're taking over half of the shopping complex here. Is that true?
Where Cinnamon Cafe used to be, right here on the corner of Carlisle and Central, right next to the United shop.
And Albuquerque Duke store.
And the Albuquerque Duke store, right in between us, actually.
Yeah.
They are down to one location. They're specifically focusing on their Eubank and Wantabo location. Highly recommend you check them out. Cinnamon Cafe is incredible. Really good food, good folks.
I like Canella. She's very nice.
Canella's amazing. Yeah. She's wonderful. But that space was open. We have a growing staff, and so that space is now where some of our staff, including myself, where we hang out and where we do our work on a day-to-day basis. And I get to see Steve pretty much every morning. It's a lot of fun. It's a good spot.
Who's your
I keep
window?
going over there for cinnamon rolls, and you don't have any.
Oh,
Remember those cinnamon walnut
Burritos.
rolls? They have $5 burritos. One of the best burritos in town for
Mimosas.
$5. I never had the mimosas.
here, free plug
Still
here.
well
Who's
said.
your window wrap guy? Because that is strong.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know who did it, but
Oh, okay.
it's really well done. Sorry, window wrap guy. But they did a good job.
I saw this truck was at the sign store, I think, off of San Mateo.
Boom.
There you
Steve's got the plug.
There you go.
I've been listening for the outro music for some time, but it's apparently not coming. So
We're here. We got more water talk.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We sneak away at 5 o'clock. The hard cold out, and whenever we get back, more from the Albuquerque Duke store. David Weiss, Carl, thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging with us, guys.
Whenever we get back, more 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
That was like a
Does this help
poet
you?
laureate.
Does this help you understand?
Yeah. It's like battle rapping for people in awful hats.
Yeah,
Good.
Mhm.
yeah. With where the bill of their hat is also the top somehow.
Yeah.
like,
Just molds together.
yeah, like a bowler
Oh.
or a what's that other one called?
So if you had the word Dukes, how would it go?
Literally like the guy that just walked out of the La Montanita co-op.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that guy. He would have been into it.
He runs it.
What do you call those?
Home
Bowler hats?
I believe that is a bowler or a newsie.
Triply. I know very little about hats.
Mm-hmm. Not much of a haberdasher, are you?
I don't use foul language.
No haberdashery.
Is that whenever you mix your hash browns and eggs together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bunch of haberdashery going on.
that stuff is good,
Yep.
dude. Eagles quarter. All right, the Eagles are the best one.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
owner operator
Yes.
of the Duke's team store, a friend of the show, Steve Palmisano,
Who's with us?
has
right
some breaking news
now?
for us
Okay,
right
Steve.
now.
Yeah, go ahead.
LeBron is going to sign a new deal with the Lakers. It's coming back.
What are you going on about?
Yep.
How did this happen? After I just told you what was happening.
Uh-huh.
Well, he must have heard you.
Who is breaking this news to you?
The Lakers fan site.
The only thing I saw on LeBron today was how he made a fan flinch. Like that's. Did you see this?
I did not.
Oh, so you know how Fox News always grabs these stories.
And look, while I do believe this story, Steve, there is no way that he's going to sign this early with the Lakers. He's got to milk this attention, Aaron Rodgers style, all offseason.
Absolutely.
Keep the speculation going. Keep us talking.
I got it here. So LeBron James. So what he did was there was this fan heckling him, and he gave her one of these flinch.
Ooh.
She
To
did-
a woman?
to a lady, and then he later.
Wait, is this in Denver?
Where was the game last night in Denver?
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
deserved. She
it
probably
was.
deserved it.
So she was doing like elbows out, fist cry eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Classic move.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he
Legendary.
Yeah, and then he flinched at her, and then he was so he enjoyed it so much he told Aaron Gordon about it later, and Aaron Gordon goes, "Okay, dude."
Remember how I scared that woman?
His
You remember how this elite level athlete, this 6, almost 7 foot tall Adonis of a man, an
Yes.
athlete, one of the greatest to ever do it? Remember how I flinched at that lady and scared her?
Steve, and then when he's retelling the story, he leans back like Fat Joe, but then he puts his hands up like you're describing the size of 2 melons that you found at the grocery store, and he goes, "Oh!" to reenact her reaction. Lean back. Oh! Did you see that part?
She's suing him.
For what?
I don't know.
He did the I saw a ghost in an 80s movie move. That's what he did.
Very much so.
She should sue him.
What for? What, Steve?
PTSD.
Yeah.
I mean, fear.
How? Oh, wait.
Her life has changed.
She got PTSD from the GOAT.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here we go again.
What?
The poet laureate.
30 points, 11 assists.
He's the only guy with over 40,000 points, right? In the
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Longevity, staying power.
Who's the only
NBA.
one?
Never
They'll
going
ever do it. Yeah. Until they have like
He's going to play for 2 more years.
Yeah, until they start having like 120 game seasons. Keep extending the season out like the NFL's doing.
I don't think he's ever going to retire.
Why would he ever retire?
If you're putting up triple doubles in the playoffs, why would
Yeah.
you quit?
He's the next Brad Stevens after he retires.
Yeah, he's going to play with his grandkids one day.
LeBron James could go down to the YMCA right now and just stroke jumpers. Forever. He'll play forever. And they'll change the rules for him to be successful.
Have you ever seen professional basketball players shoot uncontested three-pointers?
They never miss.
They never miss. The worst ones in the league never miss at practice. It is creepy to watch.
You can right now pay Brian Scalabrine money to play one-on-one, and then after he beats you, he makes you donate it to his charity.
Yeah, like he'll beat you like 100-0.
It's every time.
Embarrassing. He will not miss a shot.
He's so much closer to LeBron than anyone is to him.
That is accurate.
And he's the worst one to ever play.
Oh, hey, watch your mouth. You're thinking of Austin Rivers.
Sucks.
That's a bummer for the Lakers that they got probably the best to ever do it, and then like another top 25 to ever do it guy, and they can't win in the playoffs.
Refuse to.
That's a bummer.
Everyone around.
They got like two of the best, like 6 or 7 in the game, and then the third best one, Austin Rivers, looks like he's the overnight manager at Kinko's. It's bad.
Well, they don't try during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Steve,
Yeah.
you're a big LeBron guy, right?
Absolutely.
You're a big Lakers guy.
Love them.
You're a big.
Magic Johnson.
Are you just throwing that one out there?
Mhm.
He
Does it
played,
apply?
he played for the Lakers, didn't he?
Does that apply to this? When you see your heroes,
Jerry West. The logo. Go ahead. Sorry.
Here's the point I'm trying to get to. After LeBron leaves the Lakers, joins whatever team drafts Bronny, and then wins the championship the next year, the first year in Bronny's career, will you be able to finally admit that the Lakers suck?
I think here's what's going to happen. Bronny's going to get drafted.
Yes.
LeBron's going to stop playing.
Games.
Yeah. And Bronny's team is going to win the championship
Without LeBron.
without Dad.
The very first game of who's like the worst NBA team?
The LA Lakers. I mean,
It's not that is not
That's
a wrong.
true.
Yeah, it's not a wrong answer.
they really think they could just come into the playoffs and just
They did
Try.
think that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what they
yeah.
thought.
and they
for
were
sure.
going to be able to beat, whoever's in front of them.
Do you have Lakers colored Dukes hats?
On purpose, no.
They would not sell.
You're very wrong. They would not be sold here because of Steve, but they would sell.
I don't think so.
Every sports fan that doesn't know how to be a sports fan is like a Lakers fan. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone who's like a Lakers, Cowboys, Dodgers, Notre Dame,
Mm-hmm. Duke.
or North Carolina, I'll give
Yeah.
you either.
Mm-hmm.
This is a serious question.
Okay.
Where do you think LeBron ranks as
Number one.
as a fan favorite of all the NBA fans? They
Number
were to
one,
rank current.
all time or current?
Well,
He's in an all time
most
conversation.
recent. No, I'm not talking about the best player. I'm talking about
Fandom. Yeah.
fan favorite.
The number one ever is Yao Ming. The most loved, favorited basketball player of all time is Yao Ming. That's not even close.
Because she's Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You're playing the odds,
Is
and I
this-
like it.
Are you just coming up with something, or are you
can't-
looking at a list?
Can't disagree right now.
How can I look? Why? I don't need to look at a list of a thing I know.
Okay.
One out of 4 people on this planet are Chinese.
But they're not necessarily NBA fans.
No, but they're Yao Ming fans.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
There's
we're
so
not
many
talking
people
about
without electricity and televisions who don't know Yao Ming exists.
We're not talking about just, recognition of a person. I'm talking about NBA fans, fandom. If they listed the top 5 players, where would he list? Where would he rank?
Are you doing popularity or are you doing performance?
I think he's doing popularity.
If you're doing popularity, number one, Yao Ming. Number 2, LeBron James. And then number 3 gets probably Jordan, and then it gets real convoluted after that.
Steph Curry's not up there.
No, he's up there with like kids, teenagers, and stuff. No old heads like Steph Curry at all. All old heads hate Steph Curry.
The guy when I was growing up was
Reggie.
Allen Iverson.
Oh yeah,
He split everybody. Like anyone my age, Allen Iverson was your favorite player. Anyone older than me hated Allen Iverson.
because the way he wore his hat
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his clothes, and he got tattoos, and he got braids, and
and his shorts
Larry
were too
Bird's not
baggy.
on that list.
No, no one cares about Larry Bird.
Oh, I liked him.
no, there's no Celtic can be universally loved. It's just like a Laker. Like I don't think LeBron will ever be universally loved just because he's on the Lakers now.
Universally loved is such a hard one.
Sure.
There's a handful of guys who are universally loved. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
You think?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, and they both played for those two teams we're talking about.
I don't think Bill Russell was universally loved.
I can't.
And
I can,
I think the exact same thing about Kareem.
no one has ever been like, forget those two dudes.
Do you remember how this country used to kill civil rights leaders? I think a lot of people hated Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay, you're making
Like a lot. Yeah.
This is a great point.
Yeah. He was not loved.
This is the Muhammad Ali approach.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Bill Russell at his time, same thing.
It was tough out there.
Was hated for that exact same reason.
And that's why I think that's why Larry won't get that love from the opposite side of fandom.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none of them can be in the mix.
Mhm.
Who is the Derek Jeter of the NBA?
It's got to be Reggie Miller, right?
It's got to be Reggie.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh,
He's
I
from
don't know.
Indiana.
You don't love Reggie?
Reggie wasn't that.
mean, when he played, he was. I mean, I like him. I'm just saying he was. He probably, some people didn't like the way he played.
Everyone hates Christian Laettner.
Well, because of the way he played.
That's what I'm saying. It was similar.
It's kind of like what was that guy's name? It was-
I'll help you out. Start saying things. I'm really good at
B.
this.
His
What?
last name starts with a B.
Last name starts with a B.
Yes, he was a guard for the Knicks.
Are you saying John Barks?
No, but
Oh.
Alan Buston.
Bracy McGrady.
no.
Larry
think of his
Bonson.
I don't think of his name. He was Bowen.
Oh, yeah. Latrell Brewell.
No.
Talking about Anthony Bowens who played for the Spurs?
No. Anthony Bowen? No.
Bruce
Anyway.
Bowens.
Could be something like that.
I think he also
He
played.
played hard defense and he would just get into it with everybody.
AC Green.
No. Well, yeah. People didn't like him.
I love AC Green.
I got one. Tim Duncan.
Yeah, everyone loves Tim Duncan.
You hated the Spurs' excellence, but
Yeah.
you couldn't hate Tim Duncan.
No homies hate Tim Duncan.
He was so nice.
Yeah.
He's just like a dork that played video games.
Mhm.
No
I have Hoon on the
drama,
line.
nothing weird, like just nice.
Isaiah, I didn't quite get that one. Who is it?
Hoon, he wants to come on and talk about LeBron.
Friend of the show, Hoon.
Yes.
So, welcome to the program, friend of the show, Hoon.
How's it going?
Hello, new friend.
How you doing, guys?
Doing good, brother.
All right. Well, I was listening to your debate on who's the most popular athlete in the NBA.
Yes.
I have to ask, who do you think here that the majority of the NBA players now and probably about 20 years ago were wearing on their feet?
Ooh, good call. Shaq.
They were- I guarantee you that the majority of the players, even they are fanboys of Jordan because that's what they're wearing on their feet.
I'm literally wearing Jordans right now. In this moment, I have a pair of fire red threes on.
And I'm wearing Air Force One.
Right, yeah.
Nelly guy. But yes, I get it.
Yeah, you know what? What's really sad is when I was in the military and I was in Hong Kong, and all the kids there were sitting there and they were actually wearing Jordans that their parents, parents would make. They bring home the defect ones, and all the kids were wearing like $500 Jordans that were rejects, and all the military guys were jealous as all heck because they couldn't afford them, but these kids went around with them.
Well, I don't think I can afford a Korean kid either.
No. No, you can't afford a Korean kid because most of the Korean kids make more money than you. But
They do now.
all right, guys. Yeah, just wanted to make that point that even the most popular now players are wearing their fandom is because of the fact that they're wearing the man's shoes.
Very good call. Yep.
Have a good one, guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Excellent point.
We got to take a break.
I like it a lot.
We'll be back. More sports. Oh, we got to do our Isham Dental soundbite of the day. The Isham Dental soundbite of the day went up from the texter. Borrow balone.
That's not it.
Oh, I got a legit universal answer. Everyone loves.
Okay.
Dr. J. Who hated Dr. J?
Dr. Schultz. He hated Dr. J. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. right, Van, you sent over the Isham Dental soundbite of the day. Now, Isaiah, you're going to see Scott Isham. Is it tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow at 9.
Now, often people have some anxiety about going to the dentist. It's a phobia for a lot of people.
Mhm.
And I'm going to say this to you, Isaiah, and you haven't communicated to me that it is. You haven't said that you're stressed.
Take some Xanax. Wait,
No,
what?
what? No,
What?
no,
Whoa.
no.
No.
Walk
Okay.
in there with a lot of confidence
Yeah.
and know that you're going to be taken care of.
Mhm.
And then the fingers that he puts in your mouth have also
Mhm.
been in my mouth.
Same
And that
gloves.
is why I'm not same gloves.
Mhm.
That would make me a little nervous. But that's actually why I was not nervous.
Yeah.
Because you've repeatedly said that he had his fingers in yours. So I figured, well, Fred seems fine.
Yes.
So why wouldn't I be fine?
He treated my mouth like a sweet, precious little puppers, like a
Mhm.
little baby puppers,
Mhm.
and he gently cared for my mouth like a butterfly from a cocoon.
None of that tracks, but we get the gist of it.
IshamDentalABQ.com. Exclusive offer on the website is free exam and x-rays. You can sign up there for your first opportunity. But keep in mind, and I think I've said this more than one time, Medicare A and B is definitely on the workable option for Scott. So if you have a denture thing, if you have some stuff going on, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm worried about the bill. Oh my gosh, I'm worried about the care. Oh my God, fill in the oh my gosh blanks.
Yep.
Scott is your guy.
Yep.
Also, the next friend of the show that goes to Scott over at Isham Dental, that will be you'll be the truplet and the me Zay fingers in our mouth threesome.
Ooh, okay.
So there you go.
Does he live stream?
This
His
is such a
proce-
smart idea.
Good,
his
great
procedures.
idea.
I didn't even think about this
Yeah.
because I'm very funny and I'm very funny with gauze in my mouth too. Like,
Right.
Scott,
That's what I'm thinking.
Dr. Isham.
You can, yeah. I'd subscribe to that.
So a better soundbite than what I just gave you is the one Isaiah is going to give us right now, the Isham Dental soundbite of the day. It's a pregnant pause in the industry is what we call this. It's like it's right before Cody Rhodes tells you who's going to wrestle for the championship.
Mhm.
Take a long pause of before.
It's like right before they announce the winner of American Idol.
Yeah.
You're still waiting.
Yeah, and the winner of this season's American Idol
Is
when we get back
right.
that's how they do it.
Yeah. Right after
Yeah.
this.
It's like wherever they gather around the fire for Survivor.
Yeah.
And Van is like, I have
Snuffed out.
immunity, and they're like, we gave you a false you have
Yeah.
a false idol. We tricked
Whoa.
you. Like that's actually one Fred made, and
Actually, it's not immunity. You're,
Yeah.
you're just inoculated.
it's a good one. Yes. Any luck, Zay? He's working on it now. It'll eventually come. The thing about the Isham Dental soundbite of
What's
the
going
day.
on, fellas?
What's that, brother?
There we are.
Not on our end.
Not on our end.
Let's do
I
this.
do not believe on the radio.
Yeah, let's step away to come back. And when we get back, we'll troubleshoot during the break. And then we'll have our Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
And it's a good one.
It's a good one. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Tuning on live from the Duke Store, intersection of Central and Carlisle, Southfield Shopping Complex. Come by, get some Duke's gear, 10% off because Van's here.
Yeah, baby. Coming right out of my pocket.
So we had some tech tips, but we got it all figured out now, and we're going to give you the Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
Again.
Did I ever tell you about playing the prison team and when I was playing winter ball?
In Mexico?
We had an exhibition game every year against a prison team at the prison.
Yeah.
Well, they let me lead off just to get me out of the way, you know.
Swing of the best.
You know, spring training, let a guy lead off just so he can get another at bat or whatever. It's a strikeout for Kyle. But so I go up there to bat. The catcher don't have any catcher's gear on. And I said, you know, he spoke English too. I said, you don't have no gear? He goes, no mask, no nothing. I'm like, well, I'm not going to hit this dude. Ain't got no catcher's gear on, right? So we get an extra pair of our catcher had an extra set of gear, so they let him use it. So then I asked him, I said, no. Oh. But then I asked him, I said, it's lucky pitching through like hard. That's what reminded me of. He could kick through hard, just pitcher. So I asked the catcher, I said, what did he do? He's out. He found his girlfriend cheated. He burned up her car with her and her boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Got me laughing.
So you then just did 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah. There's a line drive to left field by Turner. And that's going to go all the way to the wall, and Turner is going to glide to second base. He's got a
very uncomfortable at bat.
You're at bat.
Yeah,
I would think so. There's probably a lot of things that were running through your head.
Yeah, like
Truck, right?
Yes.
Get me the heck out of here.
That was 2 games ago. While he's doing color for the Phillies broadcast out of nowhere.
So I thought we were going to end up with like a fun story where it was like a Boys and Girls Club style. Like you leave the catcher's gear behind home plate, the other team runs up, puts it on.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be that kind of fun thing.
No,
it was about double homicide.
Yes, yeah, completely unprovoked, no segue whatsoever. Just old man. You know that one time.
I was leading off. Like it would have been different if he was hitting, fourth.
Yeah. A left-handed pitcher reminded him of the prison story. I was like, okay.
They were playing a prison team in prison.
Mm-hmm. Well, in Mexico, that's another layer of prison.
I've never been to prison. Like I don't know the rules or whatever.
You don't go.
It's not the worst. Like, does conjugal just mean physical? Is that what that word means?
I'm honestly, I'm not sure.
Like Latin wise, is that what that word means?
Able to be physical.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So
he had a, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, like,
yeah.
As far as visits go, that's not the worst one for a prison. Play a little baseball.
I would definitely sign up for baseball if I was in prison. Like immediately.
Oh yeah, all the.
I was like, what do I have to do to be able to do this?
Anything to get me out of the hole.
Yeah.
Depends who's on the team, really, because I'm a character guy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You only play on the prison league team where everyone's actually innocent.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. I play first base and first degree murder. Like what? Okay. You can't do those. Uh-huh. Those aren't 2. You don't put those together.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Well, there you have it. The Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
John Kruk, you national treasure.
I don't believe you were down to just one selection. There was nothing else in your world of soundbites.
Well, this one stood out for a myriad of reasons. Most of them, John Kruk out of nowhere talking about playing a prison team where the pitcher was a multiple-time murderer.
He said he was reminded of it because there was a lefty on the mound throwing hard.
How many? Is that going to be every game? Are we going to get a new prison story? Like every time there's, this guy, I mean, he's got a good slider. This reminds me of that one time I was in Tijuana.
Yeah, he thought he was a sly guy on the streets.
Yeah, the bars were closed, but the party wasn't over in T-Town.
The Philadelphia Eagles just keep doing the right thing We'll tell you about what their superstar quarterback did whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This
The best franchise in the NFL is the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we've talked about this at length.
Are you familiar with the back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs? Their facilities, not so much.
No.
But the team, doing pretty good.
Here's how much the Eagles and their star quarterback, Jalen Hurts, cares about facilities. He has donated $200,000 for air conditioning units to Philadelphia public schools.
Well, that's lovely.
There you go, boys.
$200,000 is a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Even if you make a lot, $200,000 is still a lot.
That's a lot of money to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this is one of those, and no offense, like anyone else who makes donations, this helps everyone. Like kids who are comfortable learn better.
Right.
I am very pro a guy who gives back to that kind of thing. I'm very pro Jalen Hurts, and I hope it starts a domino of NFL quarterback at their team in their city, their whatever, doing a one-upsmanship of sorts. I would be a big fan of that.
Yeah, if the teams themselves would do what the Bills Mafia does and like perpetually try to raise more money, help more causes, like you said, one up each other, I think that'd be a beautiful thing for the trajectory of the NFL and their perception in the public.
Correct. Do you think that weirdo community member will paint public school system against Jalen Hurts? Do you think it's a thing like that? Because that's kind of always my worry when you give to community organizations that refuse to help themselves.
Yeah, like why aren't they doing this themselves?
Yeah.
Like you should encourage them to help them out, do some kind of dual fundraiser. Don't just give them a handout because they'll expect it all the time from now on. I mean, that's one way to look at it. Also, this is just egg on the face of the school system. Like our friggin' quarterback in our city has to fix our air conditioners. We should do better. It's another way of perceiving it.
Steve, you were talking to me off air about the time that Michael Scott promised to help his tots in the same school district.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
He just gave laptop batteries.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Go ahead and pull that microphone up to your mouth.
He's referring to an episode of The Office where bumbling buffoon Michael Scott promises elementary school kids.
That's in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, college scholarships if they graduate. And then years and years later, when they're about to graduate high school, he's obviously not a multimillionaire like he thought he was going to be. So he disappoints them with the bad news, but he buys them all laptop batteries.
Well, Philadelphia fans and batteries kind of go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a real fitting one.
Yeah.
If you ask me. So he's that same level of contributor. Like I'm Scott's Tots and Hurts is Brad's.
I think it doesn't matter
shop
what
that out a little
somebody's
bit,
going to do. Somebody's going to make a comment.
Somebody will paint this negatively.
Oh, there's a headline that's going to say Philadelphia schools benefit because of underfunding quarterback saves day. Like, whatever. You guys get the point.
Yeah.
That will be the thing.
Yep.
It is tough to rely on that stuff. And hey, I get it. Like, non-for-profit organization, a private organization, give me a JCC or a YMCA,
right?
Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We can run them all.
Yeah.
Donation-based, exists that way. Do what they can with the funds available. We're talking about public school.
Public school. Yeah.
Like we're talking about a whole different. This is why the lottery's here. This is why taxes exist.
Did the money to build that stadium get diverted from public school funds? Is this what you expected on the back end, maybe?
Also, like, you ever see whenever a school or a school zone or taxable area or whatever, TIF, when they're not called TIFs here. What are they called here? Betterment taxes. So anyways, one comes up on a thing, you go to like a Facebook chat, you go to like a Nextdoor app, you go to like a anything that's like community content driven, and it's a cesspool. Like there is not enough people willing to pay forward to help the generation behind them, almost completely forgetful of like the people who helped them get to where they currently are.
Exactly that.
It's so wild.
Exactly that.
You know, we have 40 years of tax cuts, and you know, our businesses personally got rich, and none of that money was put into coffers that should be used to save this. So it's your fault. You're like, what? You did this.
You did this. Yeah.
You're the one. Like Jalen is helping us.
Doing something.
Where are more Jalens?
Which is considerably more than the majority doing nothing.
Oh, just so wild to me. The other one that's even worse is when the money exists. When it's there and they refuse to use it. There's nothing more infuriating to me.
Well, we put it in like a 0.037 yield bond.
Yeah.
We're going to pull it out in 24 years.
But then some idiot, like whoever runs the school board, is going to be like, told you it would all work out and we still have this money. Like, and then some newspaper headline guy will be like, Jalen Hurts is one cool customer. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Everyone shut up. Everyone just help. I get so fired up, dude.
Like, yeah, we know.
I don't get it. I don't like why. And cool that public figure is there to be that thing, but like, make sure you're taking care of using yours. Every community that exists. Please.
Aren't they going to shoot another Rocky movie there? Can't you infuse some more of that money?
They moved the statue.
Rocky 13 or something coming out?
They retired the statue.
Like a new season of Sunny in Philly you can draw off of? Some kind of money.
There's an HVAC company that's like, hey, we'll match dollar for dollar. We'll do the work, whatever. You know, we'll give you $400,000 worth of stuff. And it'll end up working out really well.
Sometimes you don't want to give money to organizations like that are public, and it gets so convoluted.
Oh, that's true.
That it's like the money
never ends up where it's supposed to.
I ride clean, wax up, wax on.
Sasu! Sean joins us when we get back from the break. Keeping on. Live from the Duke Store, 95.9 FM, 610. The
I ride clean, wax up.
and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle,
Amory Castillo.
this is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
The Isotopes and Express meet for the first of 3 series between the clubs in 2024. Joining us on the program, Jasu Shaw.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, sir.
Hey, did you know that Sam Hilliard hit a 66 home run at Isotopes on Saturday, and he's one away from being that guy?
Yes, I'm aware that this is a thing.
All right, good talk.
I'm hoping that he breaks it tonight. Of course, I was also hoping that he would break it Sunday. And, there was an opportunity that would have really been something in Saturday's game. So he tied it in the 4th inning, and then the Topes batted around, and he came to the plate again in the 4th inning. Can you imagine if he would have tied and broken the record in the same inning? And the bases were loaded, and all of his teammates call him Slam, as in Grand Slam, Slam Hilliard. But like the script was so written, but unfortunately, scripts sometimes the script is really good, but then the movie just doesn't get made. So what are you gonna do?
Well, he's got a whole week at home to break the record. I really wanted him, like you did, to break it on Sunday, to have Darby have a chance. Your friend, my Corgi Darby, I wanted him to have a chance of catching the home run ball.
Well, I thought that Darby was going to hang out with me in the press box. So, what happened?
This is interesting you brought this up, Josh, because I brought this up too Sunday. So Van the Coward showed up at the ballpark and would not take Darby up to the press box because of the aforementioned cowardness.
That is not the correct story, Josh Sushan. The real story is, as a brand ambassador for Teller Vodka, I had a Teller Vodka in my hand, and I can't enter the press box with hooch.
Oh.
And
now there's also a third possibility here, which is that Van realizes that Darby likes me more than him, and he didn't want to deal with the ramifications of his dog liking me more than him.
The truth emerges.
The Isotopes are 8-19 on the season, but if they play their card rights, Van, they could be 14-19 at the end of the week.
I love that.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty strong possibility, right, Josh?
Well, I think that we got a winning streak for the first time. We got a 2-game winning streak. It's the first time that we meaning the Isotopes, have had a winning streak this year. So you can't win 8 in a row until you win 3 in a row. So let's do it this way. I know it's really boring, and I know it makes for a whole lot better radio to be manifesting a 6-game sweep, but let's get to a 3-game winning streak first.
If you win the 3rd one, it's a streak.
Thank you.
Hey, help us understand this jersey thing. So did the minor leagues get these, crappy quality jerseys the way that Major League Baseball did?
No. You mean the pants is what you're referring to, right?
Yes.
Or do you mean everything?
Well, everything's getting the overhaul is what I read, but I'm aware that the conversation is about how terrible the pants are.
Yeah, so the pants are the big problem, and then the font is a problem for jerseys and things like that. No, it's not as simple as I'm about to make it, because I don't know all of the ramifications of it, but for the most part, teams get their own jerseys. Right now, you have to go through this vendor or that vendor, things like that, but it's not like we don't have brand new pants for the boys, right? There's a few new pants, but for the most part, it's the pants from last year and the year before that, and then if we need more, you get a few more, because the Major Leagues has more money, and that becomes more. Yeah, there's still deals that are set up, but the long answer longer. No, we do not have the same problems in the minor leagues that the major leagues are having with uniforms.
Is this one of the biggest egg in the face moments for sports clothing distributor in the history of sports, I can't imagine it getting worse for Nike or any of their ilk.
Yeah, the part that's crazy to me from what I read is they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll have it fixed by next year. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute, this was a problem day one of spring training. And it's 2 months later, almost 3 months later, it's like, don't worry, it'll be fixed by next year? Like, why can't they just wear the pants from last year?
Hey, low-key, why can't they just wear the pants from last year?
They didn't think about that.
And there are like tweets and stuff from I saw one from Riley Green's mom on Twitter. Riley Green, who was playing in Pittsburgh the other night, and his mom is like, "I've been washing your pants for years. I've never seen any rip like that." Like that's cold.
Yeah, as much as I love baseball, and I love it a lot, there's so many times that I just think, wait a minute, what are we talking about with baseball? We're talking about pants ripping. We're talking about the font on a jersey is so terrible that you can't read it. We're talking about all the best pitchers in baseball are injured. Now we're talking about Mike Trout is injured. Like, baseball cannot get out of its way. Like, why can't baseball just, have headlines that are about, oh, this was awesome, as opposed to what's going on?
You in your career have seen a lot of players return and play against their former teams. This afternoon, Jack Flatley with the Tigers returned to play against the Cardinals, where he put up 14 strikeouts against the Redbirds. Is there a special type of juice when you're playing your old squad or original squad?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it depends on how long it's been, because I've seen a lot of times where somebody comes back, the one that comes to mind right away is Miguel Tejada. So Tejada came up with the A's, he was an MVP, had all these great years. His first time coming back to Oakland, and actually everybody cheered him. They were happy for him that he got paid, and I think he got one hit the entire series, and it just wasn't. He just couldn't. He couldn't find the magic again, right? But then there's other times someone comes back and they just destroy their old boys, right? And I feel like guys compete their best against their buddies, right? Like if Van and Fred go out there, whatever the sport is, like you guys are going to bring the best A-plus game that you have because you're competing against your boys. You want bragging rights. So I do think there's something about, I got to show my boys, after all the time that we were teammates and whatever junk that we talked to each other, now's the time to show it.
So we got a new Rocky up in the bigs. Kind of expected that one coming.
Yeah, you guys were trying to angle for this. What was it, 2 weeks ago when we were in El Paso? And you were asking if he was going to be there by the end of the week. And I said, yeah, he'll be there by the end of the week because there's a couple of guys that are ahead of him. That was Sean Bouchard and Hunter Goodman. Well, those two guys are now in the big leagues. And now Jordan Beck is also in the big leagues. And he got to hit his first at-bat. I don't know if you saw that. So, yeah, congratulations to Jordan Beck.
I did not see that hit in his first at-bat. That's a real cool thing. We'll never see him again in Albuquerque.
That's a possibility, but not for certain, right? Because Nolan Jones goes on the injured list, so Nolan's going to be healthy at some point. And from there, it's, okay, is somebody else hurt? Or how is Jordan playing? I'll be curious to see how much playing time he gets. The fact that he started his first game, that's a good sign. The fact that he got a hit his first at-bat, it's a good sign that he's going to play tomorrow. Put it this way, I think it'd be really strange if they called him up and he did not play almost every day. Like, what's the point of having a phenom rookie? Like, you just got to find out what he can do. You got to find out if he's ready for the moment or not. So I think the test is when Nolan Jones is healthy. And then it's like, okay, is Jordan doing so well that we can't send him back or not? We'll find out.
You're towing the company line a little bit, my man, because the Rockies are not good. Like, if they don't play the best thing that they have coming up all the time, it's the Rockies' fault. Like, make anything exciting. Make anything worth the while. And Jordan Beck's future is that thing.
I agree with all that, but let's say he goes 1 for 30. Sure. Then you probably want to send him back, right? Now, I don't think he's going to go 1 for 30. I hope he doesn't go 1 for 30. But, I know that radio is not always like the honest answer. And the honest answer is we'll see.
I think, put it this way, I think he's going to have a really lengthy career in the major leagues for a long time. It would not surprise me if he goes to multiple All-Star games. But Clayton Kershaw got sent back down to the minor leagues before he stayed forever, So we'll see.
I mean, there's a long list of prospects who come up. They're all no-doubters. They go ice cold. You saw it from Mike Trout. You saw it from Bryce Harper.
Jackson Holiday.
Yeah, see, there you go. I mean, all over the place. Like, Jackson Holiday just got sent down a couple days ago, and he was like the biggest no-brainer of this the last decade, maybe.
Yeah, so, and that's to me is the part that's kind of unique though about baseball is that in football and basketball, like you're just on the roster and maybe you sit on the bench or they just keep throwing you out there. But in baseball, at a certain point, like, all right, he's not getting it done. He's hurting the team, so let's send him to AAA so that he can get his confidence back. So he can just go back to playing every day. So baseball's hard. I don't know what to say. Baseball's hard. Pitchers are really good in the big leagues too.
Sure, you're preaching to the choir. You just broke news that I had to double check. This news got dropped while we're on the program today, about an hour and 10 minutes ago. Mike Trout does, in fact, need knee surgery. This poor guy cannot keep it together.
Yeah, and it's awful for him. It's awful for the Angels. It's awful for the sport. This is a number of different years in a row now that he's been sidelined for significant chunks, and it's enough of a shame already that he's only been in the playoffs once and they got swept, and now Ohtani's gone. And now he's going to be out even further, because we were talking about this either last week or the week before about how he's murdering fastballs again, and he was really close to being the Mike Trout of 3-4 years ago again, and now he goes down, and baseball's got to figure out something, boys, between all of the pitchers who are getting hurt, Mike Trout, other position players, whatever it is that they're doing from a standpoint of like, this is how you're getting to the big leagues. This is how you're trained in the off season. This is what you're doing between games. It's not working. And whatever team can figure it out is going to win 100 games for a decade in a row. But collectively, the sport needs to figure out what are we doing and what's not working, because clearly what they're doing right now is not working with the quantity of injuries.
Well, you forgot to say it also sucks for Van's fantasy baseball team because he took a flyer on Mike Trout, so now both him and Taylor Ward are not going to contribute. So that's a bummer.
There's a lot of jokes and like over analysis, and I think guys get hurt and they're perfectly fine, right? They get hurt, they keep getting paid to go home and sit. I think Mike Trout, to me, is a guy who just wants to play baseball, and I think that's the worst part.
Yeah.
It's like. I'm not going to name any names because that's crappy. But I've known more than one or two professional athletes that have said, yeah, put me on the injured reserve. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mike Trout is not that guy.
Yeah, and that's the shame of it all, too, because this guy should be – here's the thing. Like, you go to his baseball reference page, and – you see that 7-8 year chunk, and you just get blown away, and you just go, okay, this guy is going to be one of the top 20 players of all time in the history of baseball. And then you look at his last 5 years now, and you go, all right, is he still going to make the Hall of Fame? Like, I think he's going to make the Hall of Fame because of what he's already done, but is he for sure going to make the Hall of Fame if he keeps getting injured like this again and again? Is he become Kirby Puckett, who had 10 great years and then was out and made the Hall of Fame, or does he become, like a Fred McGriff who has to wait to the Veterans Committee, or does he still, and so, and it's a shame because this guy seriously should be one of the top 20 of all time guys in baseball history.
Ugh.
It's a bummer.
It's a huge one. And then if you're like if you're the Angels or Mike Trout or professional athletes all across the world, like if I'm a meniscus expert anywhere, I'm calling him immediately and saying I can get you a new one.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Sure. I got a guy.
Yeah.
I got a meniscus guy.
Well, hey,
Usain Bolt just retired. Let me get one of his.
Yeah, he's got the good ones. If he calls me, I'll give him one of mine for a very fair price. I can survive on like a shoddy one.
I don't have any. I can't provide them with any. Either leg.
Talk about the game tonight, my friend. What Pilo say about it?
So I talked to Pilo. Pilo is Pedro Lopez. That's the Isotopes manager. Talked to him about a variety of personnel situations, including Jordan Beck, and how he told Jordan that he was going to the major leagues. It's a fun story. Also, for Michael Tolia, his deal coming back here. Also, I know that huge friend of the show for you guys is none other than guy whose name I'm totally forgetting right now. Hunter Stovall. Stovall's back. Talk to him about Stovall and a bunch of other guys. But just a good, let's get caught up with the manager on some key guys on the squad and find out, what's going on with them.
Love it. Josh Susan, thank you so much, brother.
All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Sush.
Heck of a day from the Duke store. We enjoyed everything about it.
Flew by. It was a fun one.
Not so bad. Isaiah, Monday energy on a Tuesday, Isaiah. Midweek by the end of the week. That's going to be nice. Van, final words?
Too much for the time allotted, my friend. Anything we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening jive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.